Hello, and welcome to this English listening practice. I'm really glad you're here today. If you are listening to this, it means you are serious about improving your English. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not quickly, but seriously. And that is already a big step. This listening practice is designed for B1 to B2 level learners. That means the language is natural and realistic, but still clear and understandable. You don't need to stop the audio. You don't need to repeat every sentence. Just listen, relax, and follow the ideas. Your brain is learning even when you don't notice it. A normal day in real life. Let's begin with something very familiar, a normal day. Most days are not special. They don't feel exciting. They don't feel important. But normal days make our life. You wake up in the morning, maybe earlier than you want. You look at the time and think, already? You get out of bed slowly or quickly, depending on your mood. Some mornings you feel motivated. Some mornings you feel tired before the day even starts. You wash your face, you get dressed, you prepare breakfast. These small actions seem unimportant, but they give structure to your life. Without structure, everything feels messy. Learning English is the same. Small daily actions matter more than big plans. Thinking while doing simple things. While you are doing simple things, your mind is busy. You think about work. You think about money. You think about family. You think about the future. Sometimes your thoughts are positive. Sometimes they are stressful. You might think, I need to improve my English. I should practice more. I understand English, but I can't speak well. These thoughts are very common. Almost every English learner feels this way. The problem is not your ability. The problem is confidence and consistency. Work, responsibility, and pressure. For many people, work takes a big part of the day. Some people work in offices. Some work in shops or restaurants. Some work from home. Some are looking for a job. No matter the job, responsibility creates pressure. You need to be on time. You need to answer messages. You need to solve problems. Sometimes your work feels meaningful. Sometimes it feels repetitive and tiring. And sometimes English becomes part of the pressure. You receive an email in English. You hear English in a meeting. You need to explain something clearly. You may feel nervous. But here is something important to remember. You do not need perfect English to be professional. You need clear English. Simple sentences are powerful. Communication is not perfection. Many learners think communication means speaking perfectly. This is not true. Communication means sharing ideas. Even native speakers don't speak perfectly. They stop, they repeat, they correct themselves. What matters is understanding. If the other person understands you, you are communicating successfully. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are signs that you are trying, and trying is the only way to improve. Learning English outside the classroom. Some people think learning English only happens in class, but real learning happens in life. When you listen to podcasts, when you watch videos, when you hear conversations, your brain starts recognizing patterns. You learn how sentences sound. You learn how ideas connect. Even when you don't understand every word, your brain is still learning. That's why listening practice is so powerful. You are training your ears and your mind at the same time. The fear of speaking English. Let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of language learning. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear of sounding stupid. This fear stops many learners from speaking. But think about this. How did you learn your first language? You made many mistakes. You said wrong words, you used incorrect sentences, but nobody judged you. You just continued. You need to give yourself the same permission in English. Permission to make mistakes, permission to be slow, permission to learn. Small conversations matter. Not every conversation needs to be deep. Small conversations are very important. Saying good morning, asking how are you, saying thank you and have a nice day. These small moments build confidence. They train your brain to use English naturally. You don't need long speeches. Short, simple sentences are enough. Comparing yourself to others. One dangerous habit is comparison. You may hear someone speaking English fluently and think, they are better than me. I will never speak like that. But you don't see their journey. You don't see their mistakes. You don't see their practice. Everyone learns differently. Everyone has a different speed. Your only competition is yesterday's version of yourself. Progress is often invisible. One of the hardest parts of learning English is that progress feels invisible. You listen every day, you practice, but you feel the same. This is normal. Progress happens quietly. One day you understand a sentence without translating. One day you answer without thinking too much. These moments are signs of growth, but they are easy to miss. Trust the process. Ending the first part. Before we finish this part, remember this. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to continue. Listening like this is already progress. Your English is improving step by step. Take a breath, relax. You are doing well. Part 2. Confidence, speaking, travel, and real-life English. If you are still listening, that means something important. It means you didn't give up. It means you are patient with yourself. That patience is one of the most important skills in learning a language. In this part, we will talk about confidence, speaking, real-life English, and how English becomes part of your daily experiences. So once again, relax. Just listen. Let the language come to you. Confidence does not come first. Many English learners believe one thing. I will speak English when I feel confident. But confidence does not come first. Action comes first. Confidence is the result of using English, not the reason for using it. When you wait for confidence, you wait forever. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you are building confidence. Slowly, naturally, honestly. Speaking is a skill, not a talent. Some people say, she is talented at languages. He learns English easily. But speaking is not talent. Speaking is a skill. And skills are built with practice. Think about driving a car. At first, everything feels difficult. You think about every movement. But after practice, it becomes automatic. Speaking English is the same. At first, you translate in your head. Later, you start thinking directly in English. This change takes time, and that is normal. The moment you start speaking. Let's imagine a real situation. You meet someone who speaks English. Your heart beats faster. Your mind becomes empty. You know words, but they don't come out. This happens to many learners. In this moment, do one simple thing. Use simple English. You don't need long sentences. I'm learning English. I'm not very fluent yet. Please speak slowly. These sentences are enough. Native speakers usually understand and appreciate your effort. Mistakes are not embarrassing. Many learners feel embarrassed when they make mistakes, but mistakes are normal. Imagine a child learning to speak. The child makes mistakes every day, but nobody laughs. Why? Because mistakes mean learning. You deserve the same understanding. Every mistake is a step forward. If you never make mistakes, you are not learning. Real English is not perfect English. In textbooks, English looks perfect. In real life, English is messy. People stop mid-sentence. People repeat themselves. People change their ideas while speaking. This is normal. Real English sounds like this. Well, let me think. Actually, these pauses are natural. So don't worry about sounding perfect. Worry about sounding real. Travel and English in the real world. Now let's talk about travel. Travel is one of the best teachers. When you travel, English becomes necessary, not optional. At the airport, you hear announcements. At the hotel, you check in. At restaurants, you order food. You don't need advanced English. You need functional English. Can I check in? I have a reservation. Could you help me? These phrases are powerful. Travel teaches confidence quickly because you must communicate. And every successful interaction gives you more courage. Cultural differences and understanding. English is spoken all over the world, but culture is different everywhere. Sometimes people sound direct. Sometimes they sound very polite. This does not mean they are rude. It's just cultural style. Learning English also means learning how people express ideas. Listening helps you understand tone, not just words. English at work and in professional life. For many learners, English is important for work. Emails, meetings, online communication. Professional English does not mean difficult English. It means clear and respectful English. Short sentences, clear ideas. Instead of long explanations, use simple structure. Clarity is more important than complexity. Listening builds speaking. Many learners want to speak better, but they don't listen enough. Listening is the foundation of speaking. When you listen a lot, you learn how sentences are formed. You learn natural expressions. That's why listening practice like this is valuable. You are feeding your brain real language. Speaking will come later. Feeling stuck is part of the process. At some point, you may feel stuck. You understand English, but your speaking doesn't improve. This stage is very common at B1, B2 level. It means your brain is reorganizing. Don't stop. This stage passes. If you continue, you will break through. Small wins matter. Progress is not always big. Sometimes progress looks like understanding a joke, answering faster, feeling less nervous. Celebrate these moments. They are signs of growth. Building a daily English habit. You don't need hours every day. You need consistency. 10 to 20 minutes of listening is enough. Make English part of your routine. While walking, while resting, before sleeping. Small habits create big results. Ending the second part. Before we end this part, remember, you are not bad at English. You are just learning. Every listener you admire was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker was once confused. You are on the right path. Take a breath, relax. You are doing better than you think.